One of the biggest challenge of anyone who want to start a business is to find a good supplier, especially if your business is product based. So for anyone who want to sell product, whether you want to sell it online, whether you want to sell it in the physical store, one of the biggest challenge for anyone who want to start selling products is to find a good supplier. And a supplier can make or break your business, because if you don't have a good supplier, you will have issue with your customers. And like they say, customer are king. Customers are the people that make your business. Customers are the people that are going to help you grow your business. So finding a good supplier is one of the key factors to be successful in any product-based business. So in this video, I want to share with you 5 criteria that you can use to decide whether a manufacturer, whether a supplier is good or not. These criteria are going to help you choose the supplier that you want to work with correctly. So if you are struggling with finding suppliers for your business, or if you want to start a business but you don't know how you are going to choose a supplier, then this video is for you. I will encourage you to watch it until the end. I have started and grow 2 e-commerce business, and one of the learning curve for me was to find a good supplier. So in this video, I want to share the criteria that have helped me to select my supplier, and that have helped me to grow my business. So the first criteria that you need to look into when you want to select a supplier is his experience. When people start selling product, they are looking for supplier, but sometimes they just base their selection on the price that the supplier is giving them. No, when you want to sell a product, the price has nothing to do with you working with a supplier. So the first thing that you have to look is the experience. How long have that supplier be in the market? Is it 5 years? Is it 3 years? Is it 10 years? The experience of a supplier is very important, because they have an idea, because they know what is happening in the market at any time. And they are aware of any trend, they are aware of any change, they are aware of product that can be sold quickly. So it is very important to work with a supplier that have experience. For me, when I want to start selling a new product, I always look for a supplier that have been selling that product for at least 5 years. I don't look for suppliers that are below 5 years. So I always start talking or start engaging with suppliers that have at least 5 years of experience into the industry. I buy my product from Alibaba platform. One good thing about Alibaba is that they always give you the experience. They always show you in the supplier profile how long he has been on the market. That year may also be how long he has been on the Alibaba platform. Maybe he has been in the business for a very long time, but he only started on the platform that year. For me, it doesn't matter. I base my judgment onto the number of years that I see onto the platform. So if you have not been into the market for at least 5 years, I'm not going to work with you. I'm not saying that it has to be the same for you. You can go lower, but for me, it's always safe to work with suppliers that have been in the market for very long, especially if you are selling a product that have to be shipped, because the supplier that have many years of experience, they already know how to ship a product faster. They can be used, they can also be used to your market. So they will guide you, actually they will advise you, they will know how to help you start your they will know how to guide you on starting your business small and then grow. So that is one of the reasons why I advise people to always look at how many years of experience that supplier has before you start engaging with him. The second criteria that I look when I want to engage with a supplier is his product quality. Again, when I started selling my shapewear and bra, I had to order product from different suppliers so that I can test, I can check the quality of their product. So you need to find a supplier that is going to provide you with high quality product, because if your product is not a good quality, you will have issue with each and every customer that is going to order product from you. And you don't want to have that. When you are in a business, your mind must be thinking about how to grow your business, how to sell more product. Your mind shouldn't be about how to solve customer issues all the time. Yes, even with the good quality product, you still have customer issues, but the customer issue is not as high as when you don't sell a good quality product. So you must work with a supplier who is very honest about the quality of his product. He is clear and honest about the features of his product. He must tell you which material is used to make his product. He must tell you if it's something that you eat, or if it is something like food product. He must tell you which ingredient he is putting into that food product, or if it is cosmetic, he has to be honest with you with all the ingredients that he used to make that specific skincare or face care product. So you have to work with a supplier who is honest with you. They have to be honest about the quality of their product. They have to be honest about the ingredient that they are using to make their product, because some customers are also sensitive. There are some bra that I sell, some strapless bra that I sell, and some customers are sensitive to silicone. But the bra that I sell, there's a glue, and that glue doesn't have silicone. But before I order that bra, because I know that there are a lot of people that are sensitive to silicone, I ask the supplier, do you have variation of this bra that are not made with silicone? And then the supplier advised me, if you want something that is not made with silicone, then you must go for this design. This one, there is silicone. You know, this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying honest. So the supplier have to be honest with you. They don't just need to give you cheap price, because we all love things that are cheap. And most of the people, when they start and they see that one supplier is more expensive than another supplier, they tend to go to the one who is cheap, but they don't even ask that supplier who is cheap, like, why are you cheap? Maybe he's using a low grade material to make his product. Maybe he's not using a good quality ingredient to make his product. Sometimes we don't look at that. We just want cheap things because we want to sell it at the higher price and make higher profit. No, it's not like that. You have to choose a supplier who is very honest with you about the quality of his product. He is honest with you about the ingredient, the quality of the ingredient that he's using to make his product. So the second thing that you have to check is a supplier that will provide you with a good quality. Like I mentioned, you can order few products from different suppliers so that you can really check who was honest about the quality. You can also buy from suppliers that are cheap. You can buy from suppliers that are cheap, but make sure that he is honest with you so that when you buy his product to check, you will understand why he's cheap. Maybe he's getting good quality material at the cheaper price. Maybe that's why he's cheap. Then it's good for you. You will make good profit, but be very, very careful and always work with a supplier who is honest about the quality of his product, who is honest about the ingredient that he is using or the material that he is using to make his product. The third criteria that you have to look before you choose a supplier that you are going to work with is a supplier who is flexible and open to negotiation. When you start your business, when you find supplier, the supplier is just like you. They want to sell more. They want to sell more product. All suppliers. So you are his customer. So the customer, you as a business person, you also want to sell more product. You also want a lot of customers. So always make sure that you are also a customer to that supplier. So he will make everything possible to sell more, to get more money out of you. So you have to find a supplier who is open and who is open to negotiation, a supplier who is flexible. Usually when you are buying product for sale, there is a minimum order quantity that you have to adhere to. All suppliers who are doing wholesales will always give you a minimum order quantity. So if you don't have enough money, you have to choose a supplier who is flexible about the minimum order quantity. And sometimes you even have a lot of money, but you will not go and buy a lot of product when you are not sure how you are going to sell it. So always choose a customer, a supplier that can reduce that minimum order quantity for you. Choose a supplier that is flexible. If he tells you that the minimum order quantity is 10 piece, for example, tell you that no, for now you only want 5. Yes, there are products that it's better to stick to the minimum order quantity because of the price. Sometimes half of that product will be the same price as the number of product that is into that is sometimes half of that product will be the same as the minimum order quantity. So it depends on the product that you want to buy, but always make sure to work with a supplier that is flexible about the minimum order quantity, because that supplier will help you to start small and then scale gradually. You don't want to go and buy a lot of product and you store it in your home when you don't know where you are going to sell it. So choose supplier that is very flexible in terms of the minimum order quantity. And if it is a product that have variations, if it is a product, when I mean variation, I mean a product that maybe have two different color. So work with a supplier that is going to allow you to mix the color. So if he said the minimum order quantity is maybe 10 pieces, work with a supplier that is going to allow you to have 5 pieces on one color and 5 pieces on another color. This is what I call flexibility, because you don't want to buy 10 pieces here and 10 pieces there. You want to start small so that you can see if that business is going to work, or you want to start small so that you can also learn on the way and grow gradually. The fourth criteria that you have to look before you work with a supplier is how responsive is that supplier. You want to work with a supplier that when you have issue, he's always there for you. So that supplier has to be reliable. He has to be available. I'm not saying that he has to be available every minute or every second. He has to respond to you every day. when you have an issue. Because when you start a business, trust me, you will have issues. You will have a lot of issues, and you don't want a supplier that is not going to attend to your issues. And this is one thing that I love about Chinese, they know how to do business. They are really responsive. They know what is called customer care. They are always there for you to help you when you have an issue. Yes, there are some supplier in China that are not responsive, and that's why I'm saying you have to check that. This is a very important parameter, because if you have an issue, for example, with an equipment, with a machine that you bought, the machine is not working, you need a supplier that when you will call him, he will guide you on how to make that specific machine work. You need a supplier that will provide a solution for you. If you have if you ship product to sell, and maybe when your shipment have arrived in the country, and the custom take your product because they need some documentation, you need a supplier that will be able to provide you that document as soon as possible, or as quick as possible. So look for a supplier that is responsive, a supplier that is ready to attend your query. One way to check that is how the supplier responds to you when you send when you send him a message for the first time to inquire about his product. Supplier that are responsive will usually contact you on WhatsApp directly. So if you contacted them on the platform like Alibaba, for example, I buy my product from Alibaba a lot. So when you contact them, they have your details there, they have your name, they have your cell phone number. Supplier that are responsive will send you a WhatsApp message. So when you wake up in the morning, you will see their WhatsApp message, or if they are still working, they will send you a WhatsApp message immediately when you send them a message. So that this is how you can see if a supplier is responsive. And that supplier also will be answering your question very patiently. They are so patient. When you ask them questions about the product, they are patient. The way they respond to you with any query that you have. So for me, before I buy a product and I engage with that very same supplier, even 2 to 3 times, 5 times sometimes, to see how he responds to my query before I can make an order with that specific supplier. And when I make the order with that specific supplier and I have an issue, I will see how he solves the issue that I have before I can make a second order with him, or before I can continue the relationship with him. So the moment you are not responsive, the moment you are not available to help me, I will stop the relationship with you, because there are so many suppliers that have very good customer care and that are responsive. And the fifth criteria that you need to check before you choose a supplier to work with is a supplier that is going to give you information about market trend. You see, sometimes you meet a supplier and they have products that have been produced 5 years ago. They can make you buy that product just because the product have been in store for very long. So you have to be very careful. You need to choose a supplier that advise you, that guide you on the best product that you can sell, that guide you on the trend. For example, when you are in fashion, normally a supplier must be able to tell you what is the trend, what are people buying now, what is it saying on the market. You have to choose that type of supplier who is helping you to choose the best-selling product on the market, who is helping you to choose a good design. For me, one of my shapewear supplier, I have been with her since I started, because any product that she advised me to sell have been selling very good for me. So this is the type of supplier you want to work with, not the supplier that will want you to buy the old stock that they have and people have not bought it, and now they see an opportunity on you because they can see that you are still starting and they don't provide you with good advice. So you need to find a supplier that is going to guide you, that is going to advise you about what is selling, about the best product to sell, about the market trend. And so your supplier have to be knowledgeable. And you also need a supplier that know your market. They understand, for example, that in Africa people don't have buying power, so they will be willing to negotiate a better price, wholesale price with you, as compared to someone who is buying the product from the US. So, but they still give you the good quality. They must still give you the good quality, even if they reduce the price for you. So this is another criteria that you have to look into when you want to find a supplier to work with. I hope this video have added some value to you. I hope this video can help you to really find a good supplier that you can work with, and that can also help you to grow your business. So if you have any question about a supplier that you would like to work with, or if you want to sell a product and you are struggling to find a good supplier that you can work with, put it in the comment below, or put your question in the comment below, and I will make sure that I reply to you. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.